Nope. Give it a clap. Okay. Take one.
Hey guys, Kurt here with NK Garage, and today it is raining, and rainy days are our tool buying days because we can't do our landscaping business in the rain. So I got on Facebook Marketplace this morning and I found a familiar seller. The guy that we had bought the KD tool hauls from, we got the part 1 and part 2 from him before. He is finally ready to sell his new old stock SK stuff. And there's also some proto stuff too. I was able last time, I think, to convince him to sell me some of his proto wrenches, but he was not budging on the SK sockets or the SK wrenches. But I think he's finally ready to let them go. He's got the tool lot listed on Facebook for $200, plus some very unique vintage SK displays. So the displays might actually go in my shed. I might hang them up on the wall. They're the pegboard, but they also have SK tags on them. So they're pretty cool. Tools come with the displays. $200 sounds good to me. From the look in the pictures, it looks like there's over 100 pieces. So we're looking at about $2 a tool. I think that's a good deal. We've got some bins. It shouldn't be a lot of stuff. The displays, I think there's 4 or 5 of them, and they're about the size of each one of these bins. They're all separate, so we should be able to just fit all that in the car. We'll get on the road. We'll get some tools. Maybe we'll buy some extra stuff from him. Depends on what's left. The guy's been selling stuff from his father's auto parts, hardware, gun shop, bicycle shop. Interesting store, but his father passed away and left behind all sorts of vintage goodies. So hopefully we'll find some good stuff. We'll show you guys the haul later. All right, guys, we're back and we have the tools. And like I said, we did get to buy some extra stuff. So originally what was featured in the Facebook Marketplace advertisement was 4 of these SK Wayne and SK Tool displays, as well as pretty much all the SK tools that you will see here, along with a couple of extras. But we were able to throw in a couple of extra goodies. So let's take a look. I think we'll start over here at the left side table. We'll start in the back with the pliers. I picked this out of an old toolbox he had there, and it's a pair of Klein Lyman's pliers made in USA, and it seems to be in okay shape. Definitely could use a little bit of a cleanup, but it's funny, it's got this like bumpy grip here. I wonder if that was added on later or if that was manufactured that way. I'm not sure. Next pliers here. It's an old pair of Boker pliers, small Lyman's pliers, also in pretty good shape, just dusty. Got a pair of Red Devil Lyman's pliers. I think it says Red Devil S&H Co. USA. I have never seen a Red Devil Lyman's pliers before, so I thought that was cool. Got a small pair of Crowder pliers, the 1581-5. So it's a 5-inch. It's got the cutters in there as well as the little jaws there. I really like the design they put on the side. I think that's really cool. We even have Crowder USA on the inside of the handle. I like when the manufacturers go a little bit extra with that kind of stuff. It's a pair of Bluebird battery terminal pliers. This one is kind of rusty, but it should clean up. And we have another pair of Crowder pliers. These are needle nose 1681-6 with cutters in there. Got a chain link tool over here. Nick, did you pick that one out or was it on the board?
I think it was on the board.
It's another Bluebird brand. So actually not a chain link, that's the battery terminal tool, I think.
Battery terminal puller?
Yeah, my bad. Looks like the chain link puller a little bit. I picked out this Torx driver here made by Chesco in USA. So it's just a little Torx set, but Wasn't sure if we had one, so I figured I'd pick it up. Got this die holder here. We have a lot of larger dies, so I figured to pick this up. There's no writing on it anywhere, but again, we have the larger dies. I figured I'd pick it up, and there is a die in there. I bought this die as well. He had a bunch of tap and die stuff, but I figured it was most of the stuff that we already have, but I picked this one up because it's a 1-inch size. It does not fit in there actually, but I do believe we have some that might fit in there, so I figured I'd gamble on that. Got 2 tap handles here. First one on the left is made by Miller's Falls, and the one on the right is LS SK. So I was very happy to pick that one up, and this one's actually in pretty good shape. So that's
a nice one.
Was definitely a nice one. We got 3 universal joints made by Great Neck here in the original packaging. These were made in Taiwan. They are stamped on there. Then this old 6-inch adjustable wrench made by Scholler. And it's made in Buffalo, New York, which is not too far from us. It's like a 6-hour drive. We got these 2 hold-down clamps. Nick found those in the toolbox. I was pretty excited to pick those up because we could use that for machining. We got this set of jet wrenches. There are the 2 missing, the 3/4 and the 1/2 inch. I don't really care about it. It was kind of thrown in with the SK stuff, so we took it. It's a nice pouch, so I might actually fill in 2 sizes with just some extra wrenches and throw it in maybe one of the trucks or something like that. These jet wrenches were made in Japan, and they actually seem like they're pretty decent. And I think they're completely unused, so I'll probably just throw in the extra pieces, put it in one of the trucks. Got a bunch of SK sockets. I was really interested in this for the 1/2 inch drive stuff because in my tool shed I've got a 1/4 inch and 3/8 SK sets, but I don't have the 1/2 inch drive set yet, so I'm going to be putting that together. This is definitely going to help me out. Not every size is here, and there's definitely tons of duplicates. Most of these are 12-point, with the exception of some 6-points down here. We got a couple of deep sockets as well, but I have a bunch lying around, so hopefully I'll be able to put that set together. These, I think most of them are all unused, but they're definitely got some surface rust and in need of a cleaning, but they're not bad. They've been sitting in this old store that was basically like a basement. No windows, no ventilation, lots of moisture. These are all SK sockets over here as well. Most of them are 3/8 drive. We got 6-point, 12-point, metric, SAE. It's just a random assortment. They all were on these display racks. And there was 4 spark plug sockets here. I'll have to look at these to see if the rubber inside is still good, because that is a problem with a lot of old spark plug sockets we get. The rubber hardens up and cracks and doesn't work as it should. These were all random sockets. Most of them are USA made. I was happy to get some of these larger Proto ones. Like here's a 29mm Proto. That's definitely a good socket. There was a bunch of Industro sockets here. These are the Industro Supers. Any sockets that were made with this banding like that have this tapered look to them, those are all made by Industro, Durochrome, all the same company. There's tons of Thorson sockets in here as well. There's even some Herbrand. There's a couple Herbrand sockets in here. Some more Proto. Like I got this really tiny Proto 4mm socket. It's nice and shiny too. There were some flex joint sockets. We got a bunch of SK ones here. Not a complete set. We got 3/8, 7/16. There's no 1/2 inch, but then we have the 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, and 3/4. Have a lot of the 5/8. Then there were actually 3 USA made Husky flex joint sockets. So I thought these were pretty cool. I didn't even realize those were coming with all of them. I thought these were some of the SK ones, but I realized as I was laying these out here on the table that there are a couple of these Husky ones. We got some universal joints here, more SK Wayne stuff. There's 1 for 1/2 inch drive, 2 for 1/4 inch drive. And then we have a bunch of small adapters made by Proto. There are 3 of the 3/8 to 1/4 inch, and there's 2 of the 1/4 inch to 3/8, but these 2 are stuck together right now. But those are USA made Proto. Nick found some Park Tool stuff over here. I'm not very familiar with bicycle tools. I mean, this is obviously a hex key with a nice handle, and there's another, maybe a different size in that pack there. And then these,
I believe those are for taking the rear cassette off of a bike, like the rear hub. So those are different cassette tools, I think. Leave a comment down below if you know what those are exactly.
all right, yeah, we got two of those. I believe they're both different. We got two of these old monkey wrenches here. This one on the right was pretty cool. I really like that logo on there, the wizard logo, the number 9. It's got a patent date of 1922, so that could be 100 years old. And then we have one made by Ford, or branded Ford, I should say, because I'm sure they probably had somebody else make it. There are two spinner crank handles back here. We both have both of them 3/8 drive and 1/2 inch drive. They're both SK Wayne. There are various open wrenches here, old Williams and other brands. This is the double open Williams. These two are Bonnie. This one I actually don't know what brand it is. I gotta clean it up, but it's a nice old thick unit. It's definitely one hell of a wrench. This one here is a small engineer's wrench. I can't make out the logo on it, but I wanted to clean it up. And then there's 3 Chinese adjustable wrenches that were thrown in with the SK lot. And now we get into some of the very exciting wrenches. There are a lot of SK wrenches here. These were actually on the board right below us right here. And we've got double box wrenches, we got double open wrenches, we've got combination wrenches, we've got all kinds. So we'll start up in the back corner here. Actually laid out, there are 3 that are just branded Electrolyte, and that was one of the companies that SK was manufacturing with back in the day. Sometimes they were Electrolyte, sometimes they were branded SK Electrolyte. Depends on what year. But there's 3 of those box wrenches. I believe they were never used, but they just have surface rust on them. Got the 15/16 by 1, 13/16 by 7/8, and 5/8 by 3/4. With that, we got some SK Tools and SK Wayne, the same style, double box wrenches. And we've got a variety of sizes. We got 4 in sequence here, I think, plus 3 of the 3/8, 7/16. We got a couple more double box wrenches. We got this Thorson one over here. We got this Barkalow Buffalo right here. I found a couple of Husky wrenches, old USA wrenches right here. Got 2 of the double open and 1 combination. 3 of the 11/16 over here. Stubby double box wrenches. We got some SK ones over here that are 12 point, the 5/8, 11/16. Then for 6 point, we have 3 of those, same size, and then we have 3 of the 3/8, 7/16. Got some more combination wrenches over here. SK Tools, 1 1/8 inch. This is the C36. This is in excellent shape. Got the 2 of the 15/16, C30. We have a C24, C22, another C22, and a C20. And then there's a small little 1/4 inch 6 point SK Tools. This was about the limit of the SK metric stuff. Used 19 millimeter. We got a 15 millimeter, a 14, 3 13s, and 8 and a 7. Got some double open end wrenches. SK Wayne, another SK Wayne, Electrolyte, SK Wayne, Electrolyte, and SK Tools. That one on the bottom, the SK Tools, is actually a metric 9x11. Got 2 starter manifold obstruction wrenches here made by Proto. Then there are 5 more Proto wrenches here. And some of these are very interesting. I've never seen this before, but it is labeled 1/2 BS-7/16W. And the part number is the 1216 BS. I don't know what these
sizes are in reference to. But we have 2 of those. And then we have one of the 7/16 BS-38W, part number 1214 BS. I have not come across those before, so those I'll have to do some research on. There is a proto, I think that says 18 millimeter wrench right below that. And then right below that, there's a 14 millimeter wrench.
I'm gonna go out on a limb for those and say that may have something to do with the British standard pipe thread. That's a total guess, though.
We'll see. We have no idea. Got some Hazit wrenches here, double open, very thin, tappet style wrenches here. The 1917, the 1014, and the, I think that's 8 and 9. And then 2 Weinmann wrenches made in Switzerland, I think. Then I got this SK Tools pouch, this dirty old pouch, but inside the dirty old pouch was a bunch more combination wrenches. And it's not really like a complete set. What I did find though was everything from C20 up to the C30. So that's 15/16 down to 5/8, 12 point, in really good shape, unused. Then we had 3 6-points, the 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 7/16. Down below, we have a bunch of these. Oops, we keep bumping into those. We have a bunch of these wrench racks. I don't know what to call them. These 4 on the top are made in India. They were branded the Mascot brand. But these 2 on the bottom actually are marked SK Tools. And I've opened them up, and they are marked Made in USA on the inside, but nowhere on the inside does the actual wrenches say SK. So I wasn't sure if that was something that SK made the racks, but not the tools. Wasn't too sure. I've got a pile of unbranded USA marked tools here. These are all USA wrenches, just unbranded. This one here was with that, but it's Taiwan. We got 2 packs of chisels here. This one, it's got 2 chisels in there, and they are marked SK. I opened them up. This one is much dirtier, but when you open it up and you pull out the chisels and punches, they're all individually marked SK. And I thought that was pretty cool because you don't normally see stuff like that. And I believe they're all new. There was a nice chain wrench here made by Reed Manufacturing Co. in Erie, Pennsylvania. Seems to be almost new. We have 3 3/8 drive Thorson speed cranks. We've got 2 of these Proto branded hex sockets, 1/2 inch size. Got this interesting pair of pliers here. Very unique. I hadn't had a chance to look up the part number yet, but the part number is 9138277. And we have a pair of KD spark plug boot puller pliers. We managed to get a ratchet, a nice SK Wayne 42470. And we even got an SK Tools dresser repair kit for a 3/8 drive round head ratchet. We've got another SK Tools beam style torque wrench. We just can't seem to find, we don't seem to ever stop finding these. This is interesting. It's a Hazit branded like speed crank for a particular size. It's not actually marked what size it is, but it is part number 772/2. And then we have a Car Tools brand stud removal and installer tool. And then of course we got the heavy duty, multi-wrench. Heavy duty. And then this fell in there somewhere, and I'm not really sure if it belongs to anything or not.
That was all the wrenches were hanging on one of these racks, and this was just shoved through the box end of all the wrenches. I don't think it's anything.
Yeah, I mean,
As I throw it on the ground.
it has the ball detent on one side, so I'm sure, you know, it is probably part of some tool, but it just came with all that. But I'm pretty excited. I mean, I bought the stuff for the tools. The display racks came with all of this, but I think I'm going to hang up at least 2 of these in the shed. I think I'm going to use, this is the pliers rack, and I think that it also has the adjustable wrenches. So I think I'm going to hang my adjustable wrenches from this, and then probably hang my pliers down below, because I think that'll be really nice to look at everything and also organize everything. I don't think I'm going to use, this was like a socket accessories rack, extensions and universal joints and adapters and all that. I don't think I'm going to hang that one up because I don't think that's going to work out for my tool display. And I'm probably not going to use this socket organizer. So I think those 2 will probably go up for sale, but I do plan on using the wrench rack. It is set up to hold 1 1/4 inch down to 3/8 inch wrenches. Of course, the SK style, so I might, you know, have to keep it traditional and hang the SK wrenches from that rack. Then there's other hangers for the other style wrenches, but I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can fill that up and make it kind of stock or original. I think that would be pretty cool. So I think besides all of the, you know, new old stock tools, as I'll call them, you know, they're definitely not shiny and perfect, but they're definitely in good shape. I think that was really awesome to find, and being able to get the racks with it, I'll be able to hang some of those up and make a pretty cool addition to the tool shed. That was a big one for me, and I think my favorite non-SK tool here is actually probably the LS Star tap handle. This is actually a really nice tap handle. You can just feel the quality when you're holding it. It's a nice one. What do you think, Nick?
You know, there was a lot of variety here, surprisingly. I don't know, I kind of like the Parks Tool stuff. If you're not into biking, this is like the snap-on of the bicycling world. So these are very high quality tools. Some of them, I know some Park Tool stuff is made in China, but I think that kind of Park Tool find was kind of cool. So
yeah, no, I definitely think it was an interesting haul. We've been to this guy twice before, and I'd seen the racks and I'd seen all the SK stuff, and I tried to buy it from him so many times before. So 3rd time there, every time I was there, I tried to buy this stuff from him, and he just wouldn't let it go. He was like, "Oh, you know, I really want the wrenches. I'm going to keep the sockets. You know, I need them." Well, he finally decided to let go. And again, as usual, there was more stuff there that I wanted to buy. There was actually a lot of machinist-related stuff that he had, but he had kept a small little mini milling machine, and there was a lathe, I guess, at some point, because I asked him about lathes, and he is trying to hold on to all the machinist stuff. So maybe one day he'll decide to let that stuff go, because he knows I'm definitely interested, and maybe we'll get that as well. So we'll see. I think we did great. In case you guys are wondering, we paid $275 for everything here. And I think that's a pretty good deal, because I know there's probably like 200 pieces. So we're looking at a little over $1 a piece. And I definitely think that was a pretty good deal. All right. Thank you guys again for watching our videos. And if you like our channel, you know, like the video, leave a comment below. You know, give us some good feedback. You know, we appreciate your feedback. We want to see, you know, what you guys like about our videos, what you don't like about our videos, and what you're looking to see in the future. So that definitely helps. And if you got extra time, check out NK Landscaping LLC. The YouTube link for that is in the description. And also check out our eBay store. I'll be keeping some of this stuff, but a lot of the doubles, triples, extras, especially a lot of these wrenches are probably going to end up on our eBay store, and you guys will have a chance to get some of that. So check that out. You can get 10% off your entire order. Just put in the coupon code NKYouTube. In order to do that, you don't want to just click an item and buy now. You want to add things to your cart and then apply the coupon code at checkout. So thank you guys. Have a great day.